the F of Fake. I'm your girl, Hillary. My lovely co-host, Sade. Happy New Year, y'all.
It's a new year.
It's a new year.
It's a new year.
It feels good to be back. Hey,
yes,
girl. I see you over there. Got the little multicolor, orange, blue, pink starting on them. Make the lip blend.
All
okay.
things pink over here in my
heard
world.
I heard that.
And
No
you.
hair.
913, man.
913.
Let people know. Let people know if they don't know.
I'm from the lovely town of Wyandotte County, which resides in Kansas City, Kansas.
Who's your team?
Y'all know. Cheese! Yo, we going to the division. No championship
I
game.
had y'all losing that game, but
Cut
we
it
don't
out.
talk about
before we get there, because I'm full of excitement, people, and I am just, I'm overjoyed.
She's hype over here, y'all.
But
she
before we get started,
all day.
y'all know what it is. We always have a drink. This one is a special one. Shall I tell them what we're drinking?
Yeah, because I just found out last minute what it is.
We're drinking Hennessy. Me straight up. She's got a little mix there. But we're doing it in honor of Chad Henne.
She's doing it in honor
Happy
of Chad
New Year.
Henne. That's why I have apple juice in mine. Straight
up. Shout out to Chad Henne. The quarterback that came in, our second string quarterback that came in and got us a victory. But first, let's cheers.
He did.
Before we get right into it. Go Chiefs! Go Chiefs! Hey! Go Chiefs! Go Chiefs! Because we going.
Go home. Go home.
No.
Go home.
Yeah.
He's doing that.
Yeah. We'll be home Sunday when we're playing against the Buffalo Bills. But before we go there, let's talk about it. The Kansas City Chiefs. Woo!
Let's talk about it. All I just know, I'm fast forwarding to the head.
You can't just jump right there.
Yes, I did.
First of all, can I just
y'all bogus ass.
Are we going there? I can't even get it out, people. I'm so full of excitement, but I'm gonna be honest. I've had some time to come down.
But okay, I'm sorry.
I've had some time to come down. But before we just go, can I just hit you with a quote? Can I hit you with a quote?
What's your quote, Hillary?
If somebody told you it was gonna be hard, would you still want it?
How hard?
Hell yeah. And I quote one of the Chiefs' very own, Mr. Matthews, because I want to be clear, to say his name loud and clear, and that is the one and only Titus Matthews, who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Defense.
Again.
We had a game, if you all know, that really it brought a scare to me. I want to be honest. I got a little nervous.
Y'all been scared all year.
We ain't been scared
all year. It's been but let's be clear. All year you've been free.
I had to look up Matthew's first name because I'm always calling him Matthew.
Been on pins and needles.
Honey Badger. But I have to give a shout out to Matthews. He was like a star for me in this game. And yes, I'm going to get into Chad Henne. And yes, I'm going to talk about Tyreek Hill. And yes, I'm going to talk about Travis Kelce. And yes, I'm going to talk about Chris Jones. However, Titus Matthews. It was. I mean, again, I'm always calling him Matthews. You know all the players on the field. I just know them last names. However, I don't have to know his full name to know the full he brings to my squad. I love his leadership. I love how he goes out. So they call him a honey badger. And what I found out is a honey badger is like this animal that he digs. When his back is to the wall, he comes out on top.
Listen here, people. She is doing the most right now. Once they lose, I'm going to look at her and be like, all of that.
You've been saying that all season.
Nothing.
You've been saying it all
season.
All
of that for nothing.
You've been saying it all season,
they're going back to back. Maybe.
I'm glad you put that, May. Don't be trying to put disclaimers in there. You either with us or you not. Don't maybe.
I'm not with them at all. Let's go.
Okay, well, going back to recapping, what an amazing game. Okay, so the Kansas City Chiefs went up against the who? Do we know? See, that's folks, that's how much I don't even remember. I don't even care about it because we are the Chiefs and we won. I didn't forgot. I'm sorry. Blame it on the Henny. Blame it on the Henny, but the Kansas City Chiefs, we took on the Browns. That's how much I don't even remember. I don't even remember because I never think about the past.
I know. 22-17, you guys won. You pulled it out. You didn't score any points in the fourth quarter. And here's the thing. You got when the Chiefs don't score in the fourth quarter,
I thought you gotta talk about my quarterback going down.
You have to win, Browns. You gotta monopolize, and I'm always screaming. You gotta play all fourth quarters.
Here's how I forgot about who we played.
0-4.
Here's why I forgot about who we played, folks. Because first and foremost, yes, if you did not know, our quarterback went out. Often you say,
you see that hit?
Often you say, if the quarterback, you often tell me all the time, right? If Patrick goes out, it's over for us, right?
I think y'all got a lot of yes, y'all have a lot put in,
wrapped into this player,
into the
right?
Quarterback.
But here's the thing: he went out, and what happened?
When did he go out?
He went out third quarter. What happened?
Y'all didn't score.
Exactly what you. It doesn't matter.
That's what happened, and y'all still won. The foolery of that shit got me cussing on a Friday.
That's what I'm trying to say here. I don't remember the Browns because I only see the Chiefs. Why? Because even when our star QB went out, the one that you said we've got everything invested in, and if he goes out, we won't make it, we still withheld. And we didn't let them come in and beat us. We may not have got any more points on the board, but we had Chad Henne, but we had Tyreek Hill, but we had Chris Jones, who did a hell of a.
Y'all,
folks, let's do a disclaimer real quick.
Points in the fourth quarter here.
It doesn't matter. What does that matter? Like, you're trying to take away the victory
you over
that
here,
we
you are over here on
one of last
Chad
team's
on Chad Henne's nuts
because he came in.
Did he score a point?
It doesn't. Listen. To have a quarterback who hasn't played, well, I guess he got in on the last game, our last regular season game.
Right.
But he comes in, he does a whole little scuffle and makes it 13 yards, right? Did you see that play when he ran and got that little 13-yarder? And then they called him down and we were right at inches. And then what does he do? What does he do? And it's not just him. Shout out to Andy Reid, our coach. Shout out to Andy Reid. Everybody thought that we were going to, just kill time. And what do? We go for it. And we connect with Tyreek Hill. Like, that's confidence.
Well, you guys
backup quarterbacks could not come in and do that, right? So give Chad Henne some credit. Give my squad some credit. That it is not just about one individual, right? Because this is what we call a team sport.
Is up, man. Your time is up.
You can call it up. I'm excited.
I'm not talking.
I'm excited.
She wasted all of her breath.
I'm excited
on Chad Henne.
Thank you.
Who really didn't do anything but keep the ball safe.
And that's all he needed to do. And
we
can celebrate that, folks. He kept the ball safe.
22
shout out to my Chiefs.
17 Brown. Chiefs came up on a victory. I gotta cut her short because as y'all see, she'll keep going. And she'll keep going.
Well, we didn't talk about the main thing, and that was Patrick Mahomes.
And it's enough
going out.
Enough.
He went out. Concussion.
The nigga took a Nate 2 sleeper. A Nate 2 sleeper on the. He was.
That's how you feel? Don't do that. Nah, we talk about a man's life. Now you done got serious. We talking about a man's life here. Now it's bigger than football. It's bigger than football, Patrick.
Okay.
We hope that you are okay.
It's okay.
We hope that you are recovered, and I look forward to seeing you Sunday.
He's been cleared to play, y'all. That's all I can say. He's been cleared to play. Moving on to the Broncos, though.
Broncos?
No. Here's the thing why I'm laughing at her because I almost feel that way too. Like, damn, we won the Super Bowl in 2015, and we haven't heard anything since from them, except we keep going through quarterback changes, other changes in 2015, and we haven't heard anything since from them. That's what I said.
Yo, let me put the hitty down because she talk about 2015. You got a nerve to say I can't talk about my team who's shining right now in 2021. I almost feel like you're losing it over there, but go ahead. Talk about your Broncos.
This is what she said in 2015 when we went ahead and won and beat that ass.
What are we talking about? What are they doing now?
Anyways.
Y'all got somebody new in office. What's the story?
I think earlier in the year I talked about how the Broncos needed to change up some things in the front office, starting with John Elway. I am glad to report that John Elway has moved to president of football operations, and we now have a new general manager. So I think that's a great start with our new general manager. No, but in all honesty, we got some work to do this year, this offseason. There's a couple of high picks out there. Broncos is in a good position, of course, for the draft because we didn't do that well. I'm looking forward to see what Locke is doing or will do next season. But other than that, let's go Broncos. Let's go.
I gave you that whole segment. I didn't say anything. I was quiet. I was respectful.
Let's go.
There's so many things I wanted to say, folks. But I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that John Elway is out, and I'm looking forward. You know, I told you, when Denver's doing well, the city is thriving.
Pay Justin Simmons. That's all I gotta say. He did what he needed to do this year. Pay Justin Simmons. Let's move on.
Okay, let's move on. I mean,
we
talking football.
Should we not move on? Or should we talk about
football? You still talking about Justin and the Broncos?
I was going to talk about Vaughn and the Broncos.
Oh, Vaughn.
I was going to talk about Vonnie Boy and the Broncos.
Hold on. Let's stick to, because that's some foolery. And Vaughn, stay with the foolery, I feel like. But before, let's jump back into some football, folks. This Sunday, we will be approaching the divisional championship playoff game.
Who y'all playing?
So we will be playing the Buffalo Bills.
Let's go Bills.
We've been saying we want to see this matchup, right? I think for you've been saying, oh, the Bills is finna get it.
I'm ready.
She gonna always go against us,
sure,
man. Even when she know deep down inside, come on over to the winning team. Come to the winning team. Like, it's okay.
Never.
It's all right.
Never.
It's okay. Anywho, Kansas City Chiefs will be taking on the Buffalo Bills this Sunday. We have the late game. And I'm looking forward to it. Patrick Mahomes should be back. Again, concussion protocol. You go through 5 stages. As of yesterday and Wednesday, he was back practicing. All sports commentators, everybody saying inside, word is that he's gonna be back on field. So I think we're gonna have a good game.
He's ahead of protocol. He's ahead of concussion protocol. I did read. So.
Yeah, I think I did see that today.
They were gonna force that anyway. They weren't gonna let. Their starting man not play.
Health is wealth.
Against the Bills.
Health is wealth. No, like if you got a concussion, you got listen. As much as I want to win, I want that man to be good. I want him to go home to his wife and kids at night. So health is wealth. But he looked good. I think he's gonna come back. This game is gonna be a bang banger. You got the young Josh Allen. You got the young Patrick Mahomes. 2 young quarterbacks that's really leading their teams. Then you got the all-stars, wide receivers, and Tyreek Hill versus Stephon Diggs. So I think it's going to be a good matchup.
I'm stoked about Josh Allen and his running game and what he can do.
Yeah, I feel
running
like our
the ball. Running the ball. So let's go Josh Allen and running the ball.
Yeah, our D's going to have to step up. They don't have a good run D at all. So I feel like, where Patrick is more always throwing, we're going to shake some things up with Andy Reid over there. Our offensive coordinator. Shout out to Eric B. Enemy. Eric B. for president. Somebody hire that man. But the two of them together and just, I'm really stoked about this game. But listen, I'm a Chiefs fan, so y'all know I'm stoked. But the next game?
Tampa Bay? And Green?
The GOAT? Some would say 2 GOATs there, right? You got Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, who is and has been my number 1 quarterback. But then Patrick Mahomes came, so I had to switch that up. But, I'm an Aaron fan. Hey, Boogie.
I'm always going to say don't bet against
Tom Brady.
Always have said it. Obviously, we can see who was Tampa Bay before he came.
It was a solid team. Team-wise, they didn't have the best quarterback.
Tampa Bay was on nobody's radar of making it into the playoffs, making it deep into the playoffs before Brady.
For sure.
Making it and even being a contender in the Super Bowl. No, I wasn't talking about Tampa Bay last year or the year before that. Or
they just had a horrible quarterback. They had a horrible quarterback. And so, Tom Brady came in and he did what he did. Him and Gronk, that 1-2.
He's roughing it up, shaking some things
and
up.
It's so crazy because he go to a whole different division and take them to this place. I'm like, dang.
That's when you're a leader, man. That's their leader quality. That's when you were the GOAT. That is when you make everybody 100. Around you better.
Agreed.
So who are you taking? You said A?
Oh, in which game? Because you already know.
Tampa Bay.
I'm definitely.
Green Bay.
I gotta go with Green Bay. I want Aaron Rodgers. I feel like he needs this more than Tommy Boy. I think. Yeah, I mean, this is the showdown of the QBs. You know, 2 Hall of Famers. But I'm going Aaron Rodgers. State Farm? Is that what he did? Yeah. I'm going Aaron Rodgers.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never been a fan of Tom Brady ever. And I like me some Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
But is he gonna pull it off? Will he pull it off? This is gonna be a bang bang hitter. Probably more anticipated than your guys' game against the Bills.
Yeah, because you got the OGs. You got the OGs going. And I mean, I think it was a stat like Aaron Rodgers is like 11-0 at home. So you know, Tampa Bay, they gotta go to the cold. Like some of those factors.
Brady from the cold.
True, you right. New
He
England
ain't new to this. He true to this. He ready out there. He's ready.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let's go. I think it's going to be 2 great games. You got 4 amazing teams, 4 the best. You know, the last 4 standing. So you know,
didn't see the Bills in there at the beginning of the season.
You know, I don't think a lot of people have. I've had some people that have been like, you know,
KC.
From the jump, the Bills is kind of nice. They kind of cold. So we're gonna see.
I expected Green Bay off top. Yeah, a little disappointed that Seattle, you know, isn't in there. Of course, my team, the Rams.
Yeah. They got knocked out last week. So yeah. You know,
a lot of dang, disappointing.
Just quick on Seattle. What you think? You think Russell Wilson? I don't know what I was listening to, and I heard somebody say that he could be gone, and I'm like, Russell?
He paid. You think what?
I mean, you could be paid, but you want that ring. Him? I don't know.
Or is it the people around him?
I'd more would say probably the people around him. I just threw that out there. That's not actual nor factual, folks. That's just saying something.
Go Russell Wilson.
He like that. That's their main.
He
right?
almost went.
That's their main thing.
Back. He did.
Didn't he?
He almost
didn't they do something with the Broncos?
Back to back.
I'm see. I can't even ask questions. I can't ask a question. Did they win? And it was the Broncos.
They demolished us in the Super Bowl. But we went. Yeah, we went.
You did? You was there? You was there?
Super Bowl.
You showed up. Just didn't show out.
We showed up and did not show up, but we revenged ourselves when we came back. You know that. We revenged ourselves.
All right, so with that, we got our little football. We're gonna come back to it like we always do. But let's go back to a little foolery. So what was going on with Von Miller and the Broncos?
Von is always in something. A while back, a few years ago, remember his sex tape that got released out there?
You did? We did.
I did. I felt
we did check that one out. Okay.
We did check. No, we didn't. But now he's in it. And so I loved him and his girl. So as you know, he is dating Instagram model Megan Denise. They've been dating over the last 3 years. Beautiful, voluptuous woman. Can't say that it's all real, though. Beautiful, voluptuous woman.
Well, is it ever real?
And let me tell you, when they first started dating, I remember a while ago in the comments of someone saying, you better put a baby in that.
Him. He used to always say it. He would always be putting it like, I can't wait, to poke one in. You put little emojis. It was, it was there. I feel like there's receipts to show that.
Done splurged on her, but who would have known that they've broken up? Just happened to be doing some digging before some news popped off. And I had noticed that they had scrubbed each other from their Instagram page. But what is going on here? And then all hell broke loose.
Always a clear indicator.
Then all Vonnie boy is what Megan Denise say. This is your great, good old Vonnie boy here. He's not your all-American boy as is. So word is Megan Denise is pregnant. They are separated. And she has exposed Vonnie. Exposed him in saying, I pray that you have a miscarriage. What was I thinking when I knocked you up? And so forth. And so what she did, that's why you don't don't text.
You don't text
you
stuff.
You don't text. You Snap or something, or you call somebody. But
can't you screenshot Snap?
Yeah, but then people know that you can screenshot. This is why you got to do something else than just be texting. Because what she did is she exposed him, and she exposed the text messages that he sent to her. And it's like, damn.
And so those text messages said, abort the baby. I hope the baby dies.
Yeah. Man up. You manned up in her. Man up.
Come on now. Manned up in her. So man up with her. Hey,
really? No, like I think it's sickening to me because at the end of the day, it's your responsibility. And if you didn't want to have no babies, you strap up. Or you get birth control. Or you get vasectomy if you don't want kids at all.
Yeah, you can do all of those things.
But I don't know if that's the best way to then go back as she is carrying a child and tell her that you pray that she has a miscarriage.
That's harsh.
That is harsh.
That's harsh. And I think I'm going back to your earlier point. You know, when you're on social media and y'all so in love and it's all good and new in the beginning, I need to put a baby in you quick. Those things you said that. You texted, you put the little baby emoji in the pregnant belly. And now for you, because y'all at odds to say go kill the baby. That's a little heartless. And
the power of manifestation. Be careful of the shit that you speak and put out into the universe.
What you speak and what you
because
put in
they manifested that baby. I'm sorry.
Because they've been talking about it for a long time. And be careful.
Here.
Yeah, but be careful you saying go kill that baby and all those other things because you manifest those words as well.
Or be careful who you decide to have a baby with.
100. I could tell a whole lot of heifers that.
A whole? Wait. If I could tell a whole lot of heifers?
No, just
be careful.
Whole lot of heifers.
Whole lot of heifers. So let's move on to, that was some crazy foolery, but we have, some good news.
Okay.
Just starting with, in our society, going on with everything that's happening. It was good to see, as you heard, Kyrie Irving. Gifting George Floyd's family a home. And so I think that's for me is just a reminder of gone but never forgotten. And then what is our responsibility as servants, right? Because it's bigger than us. And then for not to forget George Floyd, which I don't think the world will. A whole movement that was created.
Right.
I feel that was some good.
So recap. Let's go there. So we all know the George Floyd situation. Black man in Minnesota. They got his neck.
I can't breathe. That's all I can say.
Kyrie Irving is a NBA basketball player who plays for the Nets, the New Jersey Nets. Shout out to the Nets who now have the big three: James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie.
Almost cheating.
They've been cheating in NBA. They've been cheating. You remember Miami, Dwayne, and all. They've been cheating.
And then they did
building all these teams. Yeah, they got a couple. I think.
They did.
But back to Kyrie. So Kyrie's actually been holding out. He's been sitting out due to personal problems or personal issues. And then there was a huge story during his time of not playing, and not because of, it hasn't been said he, has COVID. He literally been taking some personal time, but they got a shot of him having a family gathering, and his father and sister were there. So the NBA got all into it, was like, well, you're out due to personal, and you're now having a party, and then not even a party, but no mask are on. And again, I think because of his family, he'll be cool with that. But, I thought this was a big move for him to go and purchase this family a home. In the wake of some of the negative news has been around him from sitting out and from him just having these personal issues. But he's back. So we're glad to see him back, and he's looking better than ever. I'm like, who's this guy? Looking all fit, thin and trim. So I'm glad that he was at least out, still taking care of himself and still doing good work. So, shout out to you, Kyrie, and definitely shout out to George Floyd's family. We're glad that as a community, our people are stepping up to ensure that, your family and your kids are taken care of. So,
and I think somebody else, don't get me mistaken, made sure to take care of his daughter for her birthday. So, celebrities and people just coming out to make sure to do what's right.
I love that pour of love, and I love that it's continued to happen. Often they say, when the story stops and everything dies down, there's no more love. Story. So, that's some great news to hear.
Yeah.
Some other good news. Well, before we talk about that, I want to have a quick just shout out to all the Black coaches out there. You know, it's hard out here for a pimp.
Especially a Black one.
Especially a Black pimp. They don't want us to win. But nah, real. Like, there's been, stories about in the NFL for a long time about their lack of
diversity within the coaching realm.
Yeah. And ensuring that there are Black coaches and Black high officials being represented. And there has been 7 job openings, head coaches, and of the 7, 6 have been filled with white people. There's currently 1 opening left at the Texans, and word is that my coach could be getting it, which is Eric the Enemy, which he totally deserves it. But let's talk about it. Like, what is it? The NFL is still missing. They're still like in a time where we're talking so much about Black Lives Matter and the importance of making sure that we are present and we are heard and we are visible. The NFL still ain't getting it, right? Like, you've got
trying to. I'm not gonna say they're not fully getting it. They're trying to make strides, but it's taking them a long time.
An extremely long time.
A long time, and at this point of time, y'all are part of the problem, and not part of the solution. Because it makes no sense. But is it a bigger discussion? That is this really our game? Let's be clear.
Yeah.
White men, Caucasian people own these teams. And so, and if, is it a power pull? Because the moment that you allow a Black man to really lead a team and coach a team, are you worried? Are you threatened?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
How many Black general managers do we have?
Now I think like maybe 2 or 3. I know the Lions just hired one, but even with hiring him, they put stipulations like, okay, you have to work hand in hand with the coach, and you both get to determine rosters and all that, and that's not typical. Usually, Gene, you see how active Elway.
Fully
so
engaged.
It's you are right. I was listening over the week just about this situation, and I can't remember who it was, but they said some of the realest shit ever. Like, at the end of the day, it's not just about you coaching on the field, right? Like, they're getting into a partnership, right? So we're getting in bed together. So you got these, white, conservative, millionaire owners trying to work with a Black coach who I can't relate to you. We ain't from the same place. We don't talk the same talk. And that makes so much sense to me, right? Because it is bigger than just on the field. We got to be able to connect. I want my wife to probably connect to your wife. So I wonder if that's what it is. Is it intimidation? Because here I have this Black man who I'm putting my team in his hand. And, is he going to be bigger than me? Is he going to, ruffle my feathers? So, it's just unfortunate.
It's and this is my opinion, that it's a white man's world. And I mean, we were shown that in basketball. With Donald
Lemon or Sturman. I'm
with
sorry, not Donald.
Donald Sterling.
Lemons, I
mean, he made it very clear, and he pinpointed and it brought it back to Magic Johnson, saying, I don't care how much money he has, he's still a nigga. I don't want you hanging around him. Telling his girlfriend this. I don't want you to be around them because they still Black people. Is she half Black? She a woman of color.
Yeah.
And so I just think that it's so unfortunate that we're reminded daily of the color of our skin, of what it is and how far it gets us.
Yeah.
And the power that we hold. But I do think we're changing. We're changing things. And that's why I said the NFL is slow. I can't say they ain't doing enough, because on the other side of that, we have this beautiful story of Jennifer King, right? And so,
go Jennifer,
first Black woman to receive on the roster, a starting, not position, but a coaching position of
it's okay,
assistant offensive coordinator.
Yep. I got you, girl. Assistant
for Washington, and so that's huge.
That is huge.
So Black woman making moves in football when they said this is not an industry for Black women to even be in. Exactly. So for her to coach, to assist, we're making moves.
Yeah, that was big. I mean,
she
again,
look like a guy though.
Oh no,
because if I looked at her, I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known, friend. I gotta put that disclaimer. I gotta put, it almost looked like a James key. No, I'm being honest.
I love you. Be honest.
I'm being honest.
Tell your truth.
I am telling it. I'm just saying.
Jennifer, listen. Despite what you may look like and the features that you have, you are still a woman.
Yes.
So toast
to
Jennifer.
To Jennifer.
King.
With that good news, we are going to take a slight break. So let's go, Jennifer King.
Let's go, Jennifer King.
Yay!
Washington. Happy for ya.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams. The chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you.
Welcome back. So we just took a short break. So we have a new segment that we want to introduce. As you know, you got the two lovely ladies here always giving y'all the facts, the actual and factual. But we definitely like to tap into the men's side of things. So this segment is called Us and Him. And not really versus, because I don't want it to seem like we combative. But you know,
I'm versing this guy.
Okay, so first, before we introduce who this gentleman is, I want to put a disclaimer out here. Folks, listen, this is a Friday night. This is a show. You may hear some F-bombs. We want to respect each other, and we're going to ask that as hard as it may be, it's the Hennessy. It may be. Respect this brother too. Now we're gonna leave him anonymous as far as his face and his real name, because he has some very, as my lovely co-host
radical
views.
He's extreme.
But I want to be 100 and tell you, this is a brother. This is an African American male who has grown up from the hood. He's from the East Cost. He one of us. So I want to bring and welcome our special guest. He goes by Jers, aka
Philly Jers.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's up, Jers? How you doing?
Chilling, man. Hey, shoot, man, just staying alive. Shit.
I heard that. Well, thank you for joining us on this Friday evening. We're looking forward to really tapping into you and hearing some of your views. All I ask is that you keep it 100, be your authentic self, and let's talk. Okay?
Hey, that's all I know how to do. Hey.
Heard that.
A lot of things I say, hey, I mean what I say, but I still love my people.
And I love that disclaimer. I love that. First and foremost, can we just say Jers, aka? Explain the AKA.
Okay, the AKA is I got a lot of nicknames now. I got Jers the Mutt, Tigo, Doc B. I mean, it's just I'm just basically, I'm like a shit. I don't know, a utility belt. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
okay. I hear you. So AKA got you. That just means you have many different names.
So, like Fred G. Sanford. You feel me? The G mean a lot of stuff.
Well, Jers, we're gonna jump right into it. So we were just having, talking some foolery. We're definitely gonna tap in to see who you got for the football games towards the end of this call. But we're in our foolery, and we just finished talking about, Black coaches, and we big up Miss Jennifer King, who became the first female assistant offensive coach, coordinator coach. And so just along that lines, of course, we got to go into it. It's a new day. It's a new week. And we all got to see 2 days ago the inauguration of our new president, Joe.
Y'all watch that?
Excuse me?
Y'all watch that?
Let me finish with this intro. Joe Biden. And then our vice president, who?
Kamala Harris.
The one and only Kamala Harris. And it's been a great day. So first of all, I got to give a shout out, and just like Trump gone, we got to...
About 4
Trump is out of here. Trump is out of here. We got a new, we got some new chiefs in office. Kamala Harris being the first woman of color to hold vice president office is such a great feeling. It was something that I was proud of. I'm sure you were. Her being, again, a woman of color, attending HBCU, being a part of the AKA sorority. I big ups her. How do you feel about that, Jers? Were you excited on that day when that happened?
Man, to be honest, I really wasn't, and it's not because, she black and nothing like that. I love that part, but it's deeper agendas with that. So that's why, it's like a bitter sour moment for me,
So is it safe to say that you are a Trump supporter?
Yeah, yes, very safe to say that. You know what I'm saying? Because our black people, a lot of us, man, we stuck on we stuck on the news. You know what I'm saying? The news is just constantly lying to us, and we don't dig deeper to see what's really going on, because the news will put out there, Trump a racist, Trump this, Trump that, blah 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 blah.
Is he not? Wait a minute. Don't tell me.
Look.
Wait a minute.
He could be. I'm not here to be like, oh, he a racist or not. But my point is, has he put a law or some kind of amendment to hurt our people, to hold us back or to keep us down type thing? That's what I talk about.
He took out an ad to slaughter 5 innocent black men. I ain't rolling with no racist, man. Okay. I'm not rolling with a racist. That's like you saying you rolling with Hitler. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't care what it is. I'm trying to help me understand how he's good for people of color. Well, and don't tell me that good. You don't believe. Let's be clear.
It ain't no is, folks. It was good because he gone.
He's gone.
He's out of here.
And and then, like I'm almost flabbergasted here.
Yeah, this is why I wanted us to talk. So again, we don't want to dwell on the past, but even going back to talking about the riots. So since we've been gone, there was an invasion.
Insurrection.
Correct.
Insurrection on the Capitol.
Insurrection. Okay, I like the word.
Siege on the Capitol. And it wasn't from Black Lives.
That's what the news wanted us to see, correct?
That's what the news wanted us to see.
That's what the news wanted us to see, because we visual people.
So what did you see?
That's what the news wanted us to look at. That's what they want us to see, right?
What did you see?
What did you see, Jers?
But what I seen was something totally different. I seen, AKA cops, escorting these AKA rioters in, and how the news try to portray it as, the rioters just bust through the line. You know what I'm saying? But we all seen, I ain't gonna say we all seen, but there's video clips out there basically showing how the cops is like, come on in, buddies. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a bigger agenda with that. You know what I mean? That's all I say. Look at that.
We definitely saw that. I mean, it's not to say that, there's bad people on all sides. And I think that there was something out there saying there's some inside jobs and that this had been, planned. But that still doesn't go away from the fact that we also saw our then head of person saying we're going to go down here together and we're going to storm. Not storm, but we're going to go and we're going to help them make their decision. What do you call that? So are you saying that he did not lead? He did not lead that? He did not
He encouraged that.
I mean, personally, I didn't, I seen a clip of that on the news, but then also I seen a clip of him telling, hey, don't say verbatim now. I don't want to say verbatim, but basically saying, hey, go home. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a peaceful thing. Go home. Bang, bang.
This is
and
the
then
problem,
all of a sudden, these so-called riots start.
This is the problem, Jers, with extremists. You take and choose what you want to choose.
Come on.
So, President at that time, President 45 then, at that time, after he encouraged an attack on the Capitol, after hours and hours had went by, then you gonna come out here and say, we want you to go home? See, that's the problem, Jers. You can't just pick and choose what you think is real news.
No, that's the timeline. They giving us a different timeline. That's all.
Okay.
It's just a different timeline.
Okay.
You gotta think about the news. The news will manipulate, and they man, you see how they did Dave Chappelle, right? Y'all think Dave Chappelle, flew to Africa smoking crack and all that trash? Come on now. They did him dirty.
I mean,
because he didn't want to comply.
Yeah,
so who went if it wasn't your group, if it wasn't Trump supporters, who then took siege on the Capitol?
Oh, great question. Thank you. Okay, just like with the Black Lives Movement, Antifa infiltrated. The same thing happened with that movement.
What about
or whatever with the Trump supporters? You had Antifa members in there, trying to cause havoc. You know what I'm saying? They sprinkling themselves in there, little seasoning.
Jars, what about QAnon? Let's be clear. FBI just arrested the leader of QAnon, which is a group that supports the radical views of Trump, who are terrorists on U.S. soil. It wasn't just Antifa. These are groups that Trump has endorsed and supported. So you support them?
Okay, now that's another good question. Now, I'm not going to say I support them, but I have heard a lot of things come from their camp, I guess, if you want to call it. I have heard a lot of stuff. They have dropped a lot of stuff about the deep state, if people know what the deep state is. A lot of people don't know what the deep state is. Now, this is what I tell a lot of people that's talking about, Trump a bad man, blah, blah, blah. Before he got into office, this man said, I'm going after the deep state and pedophiles. That right there should have had everybody behind this man, yo.
I'm being open here. Okay. So let's just say
understand what the deep state and pedophiles.
I keep telling.
Who is the pedophile? Who are
what his best friend a pedophile? Wasn't the dude?
Oh man, a lot of questions here. The pedophiles are all those big, all those Hillary Clinton. Oh, now this is allegedly. Now I'm gonna throw that out there. That's why they have all these laptops and all that computer stuff.
So I guess you believe in Pizzagate.
Yes, I do. Yes, that is so true. Please, yes, that is true.
The story of Barack Obama when he was in office, ordering 1,000 pizzas at 3:00 in the morning.
It was like $100,000, $100,000 worth of pizza and hot dogs, from Chicago.
Could he not have just had
y'all, we gotta break this down. It's called Pizzagate.
Yes.
That Jers, a.k.a., has informed us of, that Obama went in at 3 a.m. in the morning and ordered 1,000 pizzas for kids. Because he's the real pedophile.
No, it wasn't 1,000 pizzas. Basically, it's code word. They're using code words. So they basically had code words. They ordered code word pizza and hot dog, which is basically kids, little girls and boys, basically. That's the code word they use. You got pizza and hot dog.
I ask you all the time, who's your connect? Because I feel like you got the inside. Who's your connect? I listen to a few people. They break down stuff real good. I listen to Young Pharaoh. I would advise everybody to take a gander at this young man.
I think he like 26, 27, but he's very knowledgeable.
Where the screen look like it's half is black.
Yes, that dude.
Say what?
No. Because listen, if you gonna spit some knowledge to me, don't spit no knowledge to me, and it look like you coming from a dungeon in a basement.
To support
it look like
words.
you on some cricket talk kind of phone gig.
Nah, hey, I feel when people listening to the news, I feel the same way, I guess.
There's AKA, listen, we don't agree with what you're saying, but we respect you having your opinion. I guess I just want to finish the political talk by just saying, do you feel like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are going to make a difference and make a change now that they're in our office?
No.
So do you feel that President Trump would have been the best fit?
Yes, I really do. Everything was running pretty smooth in this country until that AKA COVID hit. If we all look back at it.
Wait a minute. So smooth in this country? Did you know we damn near blew each other up?
I'm just saying the COVID. You know, it's real. I believe the COVID is real. I just don't believe the numbers that they are giving us. That's all about that.
Okay.
I believe it's real. I just don't believe all the numbers they're throwing at us. That's all.
Well, I hope
to clarify that.
I hope that our new president and vice president prove you wrong, and I hope that they come in and they do great things. So great that you'll be saying, you know what, I was wrong. They are the best individuals who should be in the office.
I hope that happens. I really do. I hope that, but I know it's not. But I really do hope that happens. You got to look at, what's her name? What's her name? The vice president lady. What's her name?
Kamala,
yeah, her, that lady. Yeah, her. You gotta look at her track record, man. What she was doing out there in Cali, the dudes, just locking them up like, just shoveling them on in that thing. You know what I mean? Get in there, boy.
And what was Trump doing? What has Trump done for the African American community? Outside of cause a civil unrest. Outside of that, right? Because that's pretty big.
Bringing racism to the front.
Right. Really, so what has he done for African Americans, Jers? Or for people of color? I'll even broaden it.
Get off of this because it'll get us excited.
No, I don't know because this
I'm gonna keep it 100. Y'all told me keep it 100. Now 100. He can't just go in and just say, man, I'm doing this for y'all black people. So what he did was, okay, let me see. Anybody making under 100,000, I'm gonna give them a tax break. Who the majority of the people that's making under 100,000? Black and brown people. Come on, man. So that was they giving y'all a break on that. Let y'all keep your money.
I'm gonna ask that you really take time to break down that tax rate.
I already said this. I told you this.
Because you or I have not benefited from the tax break that you will not let go, brother. You will not let. Have you seen it? Have you seen it in your paycheck?
That's what I told him.
No.
Man, you know what? It's kind of bad. I just moved. Look, I'm a little messed up right now. I just moved location, so I ain't really been getting my mail like I should, man. I got to hit the post office to see what's going on with their bum ass.
Nice save. Nah. Well, I'm going to get off that. Again, we respect the views of everyone. This you have heard from a brother, how he feels, who is for Trump. But we're not going to let you get off the phone too soon. We want to dive into something else, which is a real topic that we've also been talking about here lately.
Sit on it.
Yeah. So, Sade and I, we're always, we love music. We always talking about, music. What's the what's the new songs? And one of my favorite artists in the world, Jasmine Sullivan, drops a new CD entitled Ho Tales. Ho, as in
you're hoe.
You loose. And tales, as in story tales. Like these are the tales.
Loose booty Becky telling the story.
Right. And so,
that's a good title.
Yeah. It's funny because prior to this, we talked a lot, right, Sade? We were always just talking about, women empowerment and how things are changing and how, women are taking different roles. We've even said on the show, like from clothes and things, how men and women are switching roles. And this album was extremely explicit, one. Mm-hmm. And two, it really, really tapped into women now owning and loving who they are, their sexuality, and even acknowledging some whole ways, right? There used to be a point where you were a lady in the street and a freak in the bed. And now it has been like, no, you just be your free self everywhere. And so she's got songs on there that it's called Bodies, counting up her bodies that she's been with. She has snippets where, women are talking about the dick is so good. Songs like Sit on It and Spit on It. And, I don't remember where I was last night, whose bed I woke up in. So really, really showing a whole different side of women that we've been starting to see a lot in the last year from Cardi B and Megan, what's her name?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion, WAP, aka Wet Ass Pussy is what that stands for. Mulatto.
Yeah.
I mean, women are just being more free.
Back. Like, let's speak here. This all started back with Foxy Brown, before there was a Foxy. I mean, and it goes back before that, but women had a little bit of class then. But I feel like it's the new definition of what a hoe is. Women are changing the definition of that. You mean hotel? I mean, what is your hoe? What is your hoe in you? I mean,
and you're right. We had some raunchiness. I even think about Trina. Like, you don't know that.
Yeah.
When Trina came out, I was like, oh, Trina, you don't know that. She's licking the nutsacks like this. Yeah. So, but it just
Nicki Minaj. Let's be clear. What's the verse that we were talking about that Nicki Minaj said? And I'm like, okay, she was classy. Eat the booty like groceries.
Well, no, that was Janae and Nika. And you tried to put me on. She was trying to imply that the booty was a roast. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay.
The booty was the roast from.
It was a classy way of saying it. But I guess, Jers, I want to hear your opinion. Like, how do you feel about, women just being liberated now? Like, is this still old school? Do men still want that lady in the street freaking a bed? Or are you for it? Are you for women speaking and being their true selves?
Spit on
everybody, look, man, let's keep it 100, of course. Everybody like hoes. Niggas like hoes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just keeping it real.
Everybody likes hoes?
Niggas love hoes. They keep marriages together, yo. I just put it to you like that. Because you can look at this a couple ways. One, you gotta just say you married, you know what I'm saying? You and your husband, you know what I'm saying? Your husband might like, he might like some freaky stuff you don't like to do. And he feel like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? This chick don't, you know what I mean? So he disappointed because he really like, whatever he like.
Yeah.
So for him to get that, what he like, he got to go out and get the hoe.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
But does he tell me what he wants?
Hey, look,
does he ask?
Drop a little change on him. Drop a little change and shut your mouth. Let me do what I do. You know what I mean? Go about my business.
Radical. Because why don't you just put your wife on and say, hey, baby, this ain't working. Hey, baby, you got to move your teeth around. Hey, baby, you have to bust it a little bit more.
Dry mouth. And I need you to take some water before you slop it off.
Or even like, hey, babe, you're not wet enough, so we're going to have to do more foreplay. Or, hey, babe, like, I feel like you got to give your lady a chance to get it right. You don't just get up and pick up and go out and you going to pay for it? Like that.
Now, my whole point is with that, now, how I'm talking, you done already done all of that. You know what I'm saying? You done already, you know what I'm saying? You know her spot. You know how to touch her and, make that leg shake. You know what I'm saying? You know how to do all that good stuff. What I'm saying is, you like some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe some more extreme stuff. Like you said, your salad toss or whatever. You might like that. And she like, yo, I ain't about to do that to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I don't look like doing that. She might say something like that. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So you don't want to put her in a bad position. Like, all right, man, I ain't gonna press this much. She don't like doing that. But I like my salad toss. So he gonna go out and he gonna find that chick that like to do that.
How about you start and just go find the girl that want to lick your booty, right? Like up front. Like, don't just tell me we 5 years into a relationship and now you want me to toss your salad.
Like, I'm gonna look at you crazy. Like that wasn't.
You can't do that to me.
I'm just telling you, man. People grow.
If you gonna get a salad tosser, you make sure your salad tosser is who she is from the jump. Like that's on you. Now you got to deal with that sex life that you've been cool with for 5 years. That's not fair.
No, you've been living a facade. You living a facade the whole time.
Like
that's the whole
I'm just throwing out one scenario of it. That's all. That's just one scenario of it. That's it.
So you're okay with messing with hoes, but you don't want a hoe as your wife. Is that still a general? Is that still safe to say?
Yeah, that's very safe to say.
So
you know
the same girl that you would go and give it to all night and all day, you wouldn't put a ring on her finger.
Say that again. I didn't catch that.
So the same girl who's the freak and tossing salads and doing everything like you wanted, and you guys are getting nasty, would you ultimately put a ring on her finger?
Nah, if she was a lady of the streets, hell no. You know what I'm saying? You'll be a fool. Because eventually she gonna go back to what she know. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this is where us men, this is where we get it confused, all right? This is where we get it fucked up. We want a woman like our mama, but we want in the bedroom, we want a chick like, you know what I'm saying, Heather Hunter or something like that. You want a porn star in the bedroom. You know what I mean? And that's not really realistic. You know what I'm saying? Because we want our lady to look good, but you know what I'm saying? We like where them hoes we dressing like, you know what I'm saying? Like, less skin, you know what I mean? Like, show more skin. We like that. But you don't want your woman going out there showing more skin. You feel me? Like, nah, why what you trying to attract dressing like that, yo? That's what a lot of niggas get to thinking. But you know what I'm saying? But a real nigga that already like, this is what I like. You know what I'm saying? He'll let that woman dress like that. He would have no problem with her dressing like that.
So it's secure.
That's what he like. He's secure.
Okay. So body counts. Do you feel that women can have high body counts and still be in good relationships? Or do you feel like that is something a woman should never, ever, ever, ever talk about? Because we know we have friends, Sade, men that have said they're like well over. I mean, it threw me for
400
for a little doozy there, like 400 bodies and people. By body counts, we mean people that you have had relations with, aka sex, who you have laid down with, and so. To hear men say, 100, what? I'm at the 2, I'm at the 3, I'm at the 4. If a girl comes through and say, yo, I got like 23 bodies, or I got like, I guess a high girl, see, even me, I'm putting a number on it, like 40 bodies. That would be so extremely high to me for a woman. But it's double standards, right? So I'm saying, what do you think?
It is, but it's not. Because think about it, yo. If look, say a male, he get 200-300 women, you know what I'm saying? His penis still look the same. His penis, you know what I'm saying, ain't nothing. His penis is still the same. Whatever shape his fucking penis is, it's still the same. Okay. Now that same woman, she take 40 dicks. Now she need a vaginal rehydration or something like that, or whatever y'all gotta get. You know what I'm saying? So it's very different. It's very, very different. You know what I'm saying? Women are intakers, you know what I'm saying? So if you got a dude, you know what I'm saying, busting his work up in you, you know what I'm saying?
Understandable.
Get a whole lot of that, man. You're gonna have a smelly coochie, yo, regardless of what you do.
So did I just hear you say if a woman sleeps with 40 men, she's gonna need her JJ tightened up? That's what she basically said. Her JJ is gonna be loose. Because she's been with 40 different penis sizes. No, this is what he said. She's been with 40 different penis sizes. So she needs her JJ tightened. And because the woman is did you call her an intaker? And she intakes. Well, one, she shouldn't be screwing without a condom, but okay. But since she's an intaker, now her vajayjay stink. So 40 dicks. I can't go
if you're not wearing protection like you just said, and she just letting the cat just pop off and or whatever, she gonna have
But so I think an article came out with Blueface sleeping with 10,000 women.
10,000 women.
Some days he stated he slept with 7 women in a day.
Okay, I believe him. He probably could have done. He young. He got stamina. Shit.
You okay with that? Is that cool? Is that where we going to? Like you just let
once again, ladies, this might This might hurt
before
to
you
hear.
go, hold on, Jerry. I want you to hold that thought. Before we move
Okay.
forward, we just threw up a poll. Please chime in. Tell us. One, how many bodies is too many bodies for a woman? And two, what classifies a woman turning into a hoe based on her body count? Like, is there a number where it's like, yeah, once a woman hits here, she's a certified whore? And I'm sorry, folks. I mean, we just keeping it 100. We know what hoes are. They're women who don't. I mean, typically they get paid, but I think in this term, we're just saying
these new age hoes ain't getting paid.
That's true.
They over here sucking and fucking for bags.
Just for bags. So for them, they're getting paid, just not monetary. But so please chime into the poll. We want to hear what you got to say when we're talking body counts and the body counts versus a man and versus a woman. So going back to that, Jers, I'm sorry. Let's tap back in. What were we about to say?
Yeah, like I said, once again, a male 10,000. A male, what you said, Blueface had 10,000.
10,000.
His penis, his penis still the same, yo. He don't need no. I don't know. He don't need to make his penis bigger or nothing. It's still the same. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
A woman take 10,000 penises. Man, she gonna have a loose coochie. Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna want to hit that. She gonna have a little horse pussy, yo.
How do you know? Did you say a horse poo nanny? We X-rated today, folks. It's Friday. Anywho, how you know she don't got a snapback?
I'm just saying, I mean, I done had some women tell me, you know what I'm saying, don't go so deep, my boyfriend ain't gonna know type shit, you know what I'm saying? So they stuff gets stretched out. Now this back in my older days. Now I'm talking older shit. I'm talking older days.
You going too deep. Cut it out.
Yeah, I'm talking older now. I'm talking older days. Yeah. You gonna tell? Well, I don't know what y'all back in your college days or whatever. Y'all ain't never had that hung nigga or whoever just he like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Damn, he tear me up, you know what I'm saying? Chill out. You ain't never had that. I'm just saying. Just a question. I don't know. Some ladies had that. They know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
There may be some ladies out. It's a real thing.
Yeah, they try to push your hips back. You know what I'm saying? They try to hold you back. Like, God damn, what the fuck is going on here? I thought y'all weren't want to go deep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I think women are feeling very liberated right now. I think. Women are free to talk about their sexuality. I know Mulatto said something about, like, didn't she get a watch for Christmas and was very, very explicit and said, oh, Santa want his Peter sucked tonight, right? So it's changing, but I'm not trying to say like I'm old and ancient, but I do feel like coming up in my days, we didn't want to be hoes. We didn't want to talk about that. We didn't want to put everything out there. We didn't.
Exactly.
It wasn't like, yeah, I got my pussy wet ass. None of that. And so it just totally changed to just like, here it is, and leaving nothing to the imagination, folks. Just.
Yeah, like once again, it's an agenda. It's an agenda. Just like they have for the males, it's an agenda. They want the males looking real feminine, trying to tell them, hey, you can dress however you want. You can wear a dress. You can wear anything you want. You know what I'm saying? Be free type. You know what I'm saying? They trying to brainwash the men with that, and the same women. They trying to tell these little young women, hey, it's all right to, you know what I'm saying, go out and fuck John, Joe, and Bill, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Fuck it, you know what I mean? Be loose, like, that's the thing to be. But they telling them all this, but yet they got all these, you know what I'm saying, abortion clinics all throughout the hood. But yet you got all these celebrities telling you to be a hoe and be this and be that. So it's like, what's going on here?
I hear you.
Don't make sense.
I hear you. Times are changing. The influences are changing.
It is.
But has it gone too? I feel like me personally, I feel like it's gone too far.
It's
gone too far. I don't need to hear Mulatto or know that she's sucking a dude's penis for a watch. Or she feels like, okay, I gotta watch, and so now the reward to him is that I gotta go.
That's
just trying to lessen your value even more. That's all. They just trying to lessen your value. You know what I'm saying? You know how I feel about y'all queens and me. You know what I'm saying? All that. I don't want to go too deep into that nothing, but y'all know how I feel about my women. You know what I'm saying? Y'all queens. I ain't always treated y'all the greatest back in the day. You know what I'm saying? it is what it is. But you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, I appreciate you acknowledging that we are queens. So this is gonna be the last question before we let you go. Pussy, power, money. Rank them. I need you to rank them in the order 1 to 3.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Of course, money is at the top. You know what I'm saying? Money is at the top. Number 1. Then number 2, of course, power. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get that power. You know what I'm saying? Money, power, and then, unfortunately, we love y'all, but y'all last. You know what I'm saying? We hustle just so we can get our pick out the litter. You feel me?
Ooh. Oh. You hustle to get your pick out the litter.
Yeah.
What if she's picking you?
We hustle so we can get the pick. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Come on now, Biggie Smalls. You know what I mean? You gotta think about it.
No.
Ugly cats getting some pretty chicks. You know what I'm saying? They got a little loot. You know what I'm saying? Ain't everybody got a great personality.
Could have just been a smooth mother sucker.
Exactly.
Like, that's just it.
Like,
we've all done had a friend, be honest, that just ain't been that cute on the eyes. But then when you get to know them, you be like, dang, you are sexy.
Yeah,
like,
and I agree with that. But how many women really take the time to get to know that person that ain't too easy on the eyes like that, yo? Truthfully, yo. You gotta meet them through a friend of a friend or something like that. You know what I mean? You got at a party, you gotta at a barbecue or something. You just happen to bump into this motherfucker and shit. You gotta talk to him. Oh shit, damn, he nice. Hell no. Right. You just meet that cat, you know what I'm saying, at the club. You ain't, nah, I ain't dancing with you, nigga. Nah. You trying to get away from that cat. You trying to find what you like.
All right.
So no.
I appreciate you keeping it 100. You said you got to meet them at a barbecue. You ain't really checking for them. I heard that. Well, folks, there you have it.
We can't even argue down on
we
that
can't,
one. Like,
we can't. I gotta be like, but it was great to have you come in and to hear your views, even though, again, some way far left. But
truth hurts.
No.
Don't.
He's about to take me here. I'm about to say, you better stop listening to fake news. Your sources, young who? Pharaoh? In the basement? In a black light on an old Nokia phone? He on the Nokia. He on the Nokia trying to talk about some conspiracy. I want to say, young Pharaoh, where are your proof? How you know Obama ordered 1,000 pizzas?
The link? Who got
where y'all? Hey, they got emails. Okay. They got emails. They got emails.
In jars, let me be clear. It's pussy.
I knew she was going to end with it.
Money. Power. All right, y'all.
Straight like that. All right, guys. We want
do a poll.
We will put a poll up next week. This week's poll is definitely about the body count, because we definitely want to tap in and know about that. But again, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. We appreciate you being you. We appreciate you keeping it 100. You be careful out there, okay? Watch who you talking to.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely.
Next time, show your face.
Yeah, well, we blurred you out for the protection.
He ain't ready for it.
No, I feel like
he ain't ready. I get up too much.
We need you to protect him because again, radical views bring people, and
but here, don't hide.
Hey, that's what's up.
Don't hide.
Don't hide.
We'll make it happen. We will make it happen.
We hope to have you back on. Thank you, my brother. We appreciate you. Take care.
Yep. Thank you.
Crazy how views are, right? Like, man, that's just crazy.
That's your friend.
That's my homie. Don't fret. Nah, it's all love. It's definitely all love, but it's just good to get some other views. And so we'll be having that segment periodically, just bringing in another man to really tap into what he thinks about some of the topics that we talk about.
He makes you take everything in, sit back, process it, and then I'm sure I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, this nigga really crazy.
Yeah. You're gonna be like, let me call him. Right.
Yeah. Crazy. You really feel that way. Like, you can't really believe that.
Often I feel like that when I talk to him. But there are also times that I listen to things and I'm like, okay. Just because I'm a very try and hear your point of view. Everybody has and sometimes I'm like, it came, but then most of the time, 90% of the time, I'm like, get out of my house. This not going to
work. No, really. She's probably we done got into it. You got to go.
Yeah. You've got,
I tried it one time, and I was like, I gotta get about it.
I can't. And he stands by. So, you know, again, we'll be bringing in people.
Yeah.
Please, folks, like, let us know if y'all have some of the same views, and it's okay. You know, like I said, your view is your view. Can't do anything about it. So yeah, I really wanted to tap into our fashion segment, right?
Yes.
So this week, well, not this week, but the city uniforms, which have been introduced by the NBA. And they're pretty much like a very, very creative urban style of uniform that all of the NBA teams have. And so I really, really fell in love with Miami. The Miami
so dope,
Heat.
though.
They are so dope.
I
so
want a uniform.
I know, and it really brought like the color. You go back to the Miami Vice. And they call them their vice versa. In honor of the Miami Vice. So they're like a light, baby pink, and a blue. We have them up on the screen. Just super dope. But I think the dopest thing is that their floor matches it, right?
Yeah.
Did you see the floor with the little fade?
Rainbow with the pinks into the...
Solid. So shout out to whoever did the design on those. And then there's also a picture of all the team jerseys. So all of them are pretty hot. I wasn't wowed by the Nuggets. I thought they was going to come a little bit harder. But like the Nets, I really love them. Even for MLK, Atlanta Hawks, they did the MLK jersey. So that was super dope. So yeah, that's been a huge little fashion tidbit I've been checking in. And then also our lovely former First Lady.
Michelle Obama.
Killed the game.
Never disappoints.
Never.
She almost outdressed the VP.
The VP, yes. So we're talking about
that.
the inauguration. She and our best and past president, Barack Obama, showed up, of course, for their support. And Michelle was cold with it. That little fuchsia. I don't even know if that's like a deep plum. But it had a hint of like light fuchsia. Like it was
hair
just
was beautiful.
Them bounce curls.
Just elegant. Just elegance at its finest. And so
at its finest. And she always slayed. I mean, she always comes to slay. So definitely shout out. Always.
So I'm interested in like how Kamala's gonna show up.
Yeah.
What is her fashion gonna be like?
Oh, you talking about on the style tip? Yeah.
Style. Like, what is her flair going to be
to bring to
in the White House? So
yeah. I feel like Michelle killed her, though. And that's why I'm like,
it was so sad. That purple, I'm sorry, God.
Eggplant, whatever you call it. Like, it was just like, yeah, she did her thing.
I didn't, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about camels. Yeah, nah, I'm still on Michelle. Just her little color. But, yeah. But she did have some nice little mean purple leather gloves on. I saw them. Like, okay, I see you out here.
Yeah, purple rain. She had that purple rain.
Purple rain. So yes, as always, we'll be bringing you the hottest and latest in fashion and features. So again, shout out to the city uniforms and to former, man, I hate saying that, but former First Lady Michelle Obama. Yeah. So football Sunday. 4 teams left. We got our picks. I mean, so I want you to say it on camera. So for the Chiefs and the Bills, you're going with the
Bills. Let's go, Bills.
You heard it.
Yeah.
I
didn't stutter.
As you already know.
Not at all.
Chiefs Kingdom over here, like go. And then for the GOATs, so Tampa Bay, Tom Brady versus the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers. You wait long, you choose wrong.
Let's go, Aaron.
Oh!
Let's go, Aaron. I say you don't bet against Brady, and you don't, but some say let's go, Aaron. Let's go.
Nice.
Aaron, take us all the way, Aaron.
Nice.
Take us all the way, Aaron.
I too will
all
be
the way.
Going with the Cheeseheads. I'm going with the Green Bay Packers. So I'm super stoked about these games. Let's go, Kansas. Okay, I'm sorry, I won't say no more, but let's go. But yeah. Is that about it?
I think that's about it.
That's about it? I feel like we can keep talking, but I feel like that's about it.
We can keep going.
No. I think I got to go and debrief. Jerz got me all worked up, and I got to go.
He was probably down there at the Capitol.
Listen, be clear. When it went down, I text him like, sir, are you in, where are you?
You here?
Are you here?
Okay.
And you know what his reply was? I wish I was there.
Don't tell me nothing.
I'm just being honest
Uncle
with you.
Ruckus. No, because I wanted to call him an Uncle Ruckus, and just because we've had some deeper conversations, and I just don't feel like he's down for us. And I ain't gonna call him out like we'll get him back on there so he can try to justify.
Well, let's talk. We talked about it. You got some people in your family. I know some people that are Republicans and have that far left thoughts. So, it just goes to show it's not always color. We always think like, if you black, this is the way, and that's not always the case. You can still be black and go against the grain and go in another way, because that's America. We have the right to be and to think and to feel and to have our own
until your
view.
shit is extreme.
Yeah.
Because you start believing in fake news.
What? Don't believe in fake news, guys. Don't do that. But our news is real. So you make sure that you stay tuned. And you tune into us every Friday.
Every
Friday. We're looking forward to an amazing new year, 2021. Are you going to have 2020 over? That's Don and Don. We ain't even talk about that no more, right? We ain't going to bring it up. I mean, historically, we're going to probably always have to talk about 2020.
2020.
Because that was the year that C-19 dropped on us. You like how I renamed that? C-19 hit us.
COVID-19.
Took us by storm.
Now we got COVID 19.501.3.
Right. COVID
we got
0.20.
COVID 901.
What?
There is three different strands of COVID going around, and we have a vaccination.
And there's 3 different strands, and one's like one of the strands is more deadlier than the other, right?
Well, the newest strand that has been discovered in South Africa, scientists are looking at and thinking that it might be a little bit more resistant to the vaccine, and so that is crazy in itself, because we put all of our efforts into this vaccine just to know how quickly a virus can mutate. To see, and then of course the variant that's been found in the UK.
Yep. They shut that thing down, right?
Be more contagious.
Yeah,
they shut it down. But guess what? There's been 12 cases of the new variant here in the States, and so
first one was found here.
So it's the rush. It is right now. The government is moving at how many people can we get vaccinated before the new variant hits, because they are predicting when March comes, it can be mayhem. And as Joe Biden said, it's going to get worse before it gets better. So we'll see. I watched a scary movie the other day, and they were on COVID-23, and that variant was like crazy. And so I always like to think, spiritual God is laughing at us.
Yeah, because
a little bit on this.
Yeah, when we think one is done, something else is gonna come back. So folks, just be safe. Take care of yourself. Keep your health up. Keep your mental health up. Keep your physical health up. Keep your spiritual health up. And please, just wear a mask. I know it hurts. I can't breathe in them. I want to throw it away. I get so upset. Like, I can't breathe. But then I can't say that, But make sure that you're wearing your mask, doing everything that all of the top officials are advising us to do. Because, again, health is wealth. And we want to live. And we want, we just want a better place. Make the world a better place for you and for me.
So stay tuned, man. Tune back in with us.
Yeah.
I think that's like
it.
A wrap.
Shout out to the Home Base Art Network. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you tune back in. We are here every Friday. Until next time, you all stay fresh,
stay fly,
stay football. Peace.
No foolery.